Hey there, interwebs. I was at work the other day, a while ago actually, and because I work at an athletic center, it's pop radio all the time. During the course of my 3-hour shift, I heard we are never ever getting back together, not once, not twice, not thrice, but 5 times. 5 times in 3 hours. That's an average occurrence of once every 36 minutes, give or take. I wouldn't even listen to I'd Do Anything for Love 5 times in 3 hours, and not just because I'd be out of time halfway through the second play. I had some time to think though, and think I did. This harrowing, torturous experience got me thinking that breakup songs really have gone downhill of late. I blame this mostly on one artist, you guessed it, Taylor Swift. She has released somewhere between 20 and 25 breakup songs since the release of her self-titled album in 2006. That's over 20 songs in under a decade. No artist should release 20 breakup songs in an entire career. The good people at Quora.com helpfully made this infographic which shows a disturbing trend in her music. The percentage of each album occupied by breakup songs is increasing exponentially. By my calculations, her 7th album will be released in 2018 and be 100% breakup songs. I already have a title in mind. She can call it Maybe I'm the Problem. I like my rap and my electronic and my alternative, but I am at heart a classic rock snob born 4 decades too late. I mention it because as a rock snob, I consider classic rock to have produced some of the best breakup songs in history. The one that springs to mind first is Heart of the Matter by Don Henley, which I had listened to earlier that day before I went to work. I'm going to compare the lyrics from those 2 songs for you now. I want to mention now that for numerous reasons ranging from copyright to effort to audio quality, I'll just read the lyrics aloud and display them on the screen. I'll also provide links to the good songs, so turn annotations back on if you've disabled them. From the chorus of Heart of the Matter, we have this. I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but my will gets weak and my thoughts seem to scatter, but I think it's about forgiveness even if you don't love me anymore. Damn, that's some powerful stuff. It's complex, nuanced, and adult. It's searching for the ability for 2 people to forgive one another after they've been hurt deeply and emotionally. Even if there's no love left between them, he still wants to make amends, and that shows an incredible amount of maturity. What's Taylor Swift have to offer? We are never ever getting back together. We are never ever getting back together. You talk to your friends, talk to my friends, talk to me, but we are never ever getting back together. Like ever. Like ever, Becca. But seriously, folks, aside from 75% of that chorus being the same line, that sounds like something you'd say out of spite and hatred 5 minutes after dumping someone. The most complex part of analyzing those lyrics was trying to determine if I should use a comma or a semicolon in line 3. But Don Henley's not the only classic rocker who deserves a plug. Let's look at the mighty Led Zeppelin. I'm absolutely in love with their song Heartbreaker, though I'm not sure I'd listen to it 5 times in 3 hours. The second verse goes as follows. Well, it's been 10 years and maybe more since I first set eyes on you, the best years of my life gone by, but here I am alone and blue. Some people cry and some people die by the wicked ways of love, but I'll just keep on rolling along with the grace from the Lord above. We can hear that the narrator has lost a lot of time, effort, opportunity, and love to what was ultimately a failed relationship, but is he bitter? Is he angry? No, he chooses to accept that these things happen in life and moves on with his. Taylor Swift, on the other hand, let's look at Picture to Burn's lyrics. I'm just sitting here planning my revenge, there's nothing stopping me from going out with all your best friends, and if you come around saying you're sorry to me, my daddy's gonna show you how sorry you'll be. So rather than wish her previous partner the best and move on with her life, she'd rather hang on to anger and plot revenge, ranging from desperate attempts at provoking jealousy to arranging for her father to make her ex sorry to telling everyone that her ex is gay, which was mentioned previously in the song. Speaking of not letting go of your ex, let's move on to Journey. Yes, they did more than just Don't Stop Believin'. They also wrote the world's most rocking breakup song. I refer to none other than Separate Ways. The chorus in full goes, someday love will find you, break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you how we touched and went our separate ways. If he ever hurts you, true love won't deserve you. You know I'll still love you, though we touched and went our separate ways. Now that's pretty profound and optimistic, but I think the better lyric is in the middle of this song. If you must go, I wish you love. You'll never walk alone. Take care, my love. Miss you, love. You can see that the narrator still holds feelings for the lover, but he's emotionally mature enough to wish her the best even if she leaves. We know how Taylor Swift regards her ex-lovers. Still, all that is comparatively tame to what her ex's future partners can expect from her. She's an actress, whoa. She's better known for the things she does on the mattress, whoa. Soon she's gonna find stealing other people's toys on the playground won't make you many friends. She should keep in mind there's nothing I do better than revenge. Besides reducing her partner to nothing more than a toy and slut-shame his latest romantic interest, she's also promised revenge on her ex's partner. Damn, could she at least be an adult for 5 minutes and leave the new woman out of her feud with her ex? Taylor, you're 26. Fucking act like it. I should mention, by the way, that the song's title is Better Than Revenge. Taylor Swift seems to be really hung up on the whole revenge idea, which is probably why all of her songs just strike me as petty and childish. On the subject of acknowledging our faults as romantic partners, I point you to Meatloaf's song It's All Coming Back to Me Now. The first half of the chorus goes as follows. There were moments of gold and there were flashes of light. There were things we'd never do again, but then they'd always seemed right. That's brilliant. It admits that both parties have faults and have done regrettable things, but also acknowledges that they always had the rationales at the time and weren't acting with malice. It highlights that even when we act with good intentions, we may still be on a quick road to hell. Bad Blood's begging for this comparison. Maybe now we've got Bad Blood, you know it used to be Mad Love, so take a look at what you've done. Well done, Taylor. Cast all obligation from yourself and blame it on your ex. It's crucially important to always play the victim, since we all know that you're obviously perfect. Speaking of blaming the ex, the Eagles didn't. Well, I know it wasn't you who held me down, heaven knows it wasn't you who set me free. So many times it happens that we live our life in chains and we never even know we hold the key. The narrator isn't blaming the ex. If anything, he blames himself, calling attention to the fact that the power to bounce back and take control over our own lives lies within us, and only we can seize it, even if we don't immediately realize it. Basically, it's a more subtle version of Katy Perry's Roar, but with fewer cliches. Even if you aren't ready to move on, you could at least go the Phil Collins route. You can tell everybody about the state I'm in, you won't catch me crying because I just can't win. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I think Shake It Off, well, not technically a breakup song, could be her answer to this, but I'd like to focus on the line in the chorus, haters gonna hate. While this is a tautology, it's counterintuitively not always true. Yes, there will always be people determined to hate you no matter what, but a fair number of haters would probably like you if you did different things, actions, create good music. My point is, you can't use the actions of a few as dismissal of legitimate criticism. Now, I could go on about how Queen's I Want to Break Free is the greatest pre-breakup song ever and how Taylor Swift is a talentless idiot, but I think I've made my point. There's only so much entertainment I can derive from beating this pile of giblets that was once a dead horse, so the only thing left to do is steal its shoes for scrap metal and haul it to the glue factory. By that I mean let's draw conclusions and wrap this up. In summary, Taylor Swift is the pop queen of breakup songs, and yet she consistently produces terrible breakup songs. Her lyrics are shallow and petty, lacking any nuance or complexity. For a more mature and well-thought-out experience, I'd recommend older groups such as Meatloaf or Eagles. But if you really just want catchy, simple rhythms and uncomplicated lyrics you don't need to think about, go listen to Blood on the Dance Floor because you're clearly in middle school. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice day.